Hello everyone, in this particular lecture we are going to learn about that how to make a stopwatch using DOM method, right? So let's start. Let's see that how we can create it. Well, mainly in this particular video I'm going to explain you the JavaScript part, the main functionality part, and I already written all the HTML and CSS parts, and that I will explain just verbally, right? So you can see inside the body I'm having a div which is display, right? The id is display and is displaying the timer, right? Yeah, after that I'm having a button, as you can see here, the start button, the stop button, and the reset button. And the id you can see here, start btn, stop btn, and the reset btn. Btn means a button, right? So after that we are having a little bit of css, that is for the body. It is having the font family, the text alignment, that is the center, the padding, the background color, right? The body means the complete body. And then the display, for the display displays what, the where we are getting the timer, right? So for the display we put the font size, margin from the bottom, that is 30 pixel. After that the background, padding, and then border radius. The display is in line block here, right? And the minimum width is made 200 pixels, right? And for the button, all the button basically, right, all the buttons, it has a padding of something 10 to 20. And then the font size, the margin, and the cursor as pointer. That's it. So that's your HTML and the CSS part for the stopwatch. Let's see that how it is looking. So it is looking something like this. When I click on the start button, the timer should start. When I click on stop, the timer should get stopped. And when I click on reset, it again get to 00000, right? So yeah, so let's start building our stopwatch and start the functionality. So here you can see I have put some of the variables, that is second as 0, minutes as 0, hours as 0, and the interval as null, right? You just need these kind of 4 variables, and I have get all the elements, that is our display, with inside the display variable with the help of get element by id, right? And then this all the buttons, right? So all the button, that is start button, stop button, and then the reset button. Got it? Now let's start working. So what's we need to do next after getting all the elements? Well, we will start with the display, right? So first of all, before writing any of the function, let's write the functionality for all the button. Means like what event will they perform, right? So start button dot add event listener, and that is what, click event, and here comma, and we will call a function whose name will be start time, right? When I click on the start button, fine. And similarly when I click on the stop button, dot add event listener, bracket, inside this we will put the event as click, comma, let's take the functionality. And for this we will put a function here. uh, let's name the function as stop type, right? We will create it later, like this. I hope you understood the concept. Now similarly we will create it for the reset button also. So reset button equals to document dot get element by id, bracket, inside of the, sorry, not element by id, we will add an event listener, right? So add event listener, bracket, click, comma, and which function, let's give the name of the function as reset time, right? Like this. Reset, like every other name, let's give it reset timer, fine. And after this we will make a function which is to update the display, right? So to update the display, what we will write, we will create a function, that is function update display, right? Inside of this we will do what, that is whatever the r's, right? So you can see initially the r is 0, but later when we create this start timer and the stop timer, we will update these hours, seconds, and minute, right? but to how it will be displayed that we are going to write. So for displaying it, we will write let uh, let's take h variable, right? So let's h equals to hours. If hour is less than 10, right, means if it is between 0 to 9, in that particular case you add basically you have seen in other clocks also that 3 is represented as 03, right? 2 is represented as 02. That's how what I'm saying. So if hour is less than 10, right, means up to 10, up to 9, then in that case put a 0, 0, right? 0 plus hour, right? Like this. Else you just show it like hours, right? There is need of a question mark because we are creating a ternary operator, right? Like this. Now let's copy it. Okay, let's copy it and paste it for the minutes and seconds also. So for the minutes, let's name it m and make it minutes, right? And similarly for the second, let's do it s and change it to the seconds, right? Like this. I hope you get it till now. Now how the display will be shown? Display is what? Display is where your timer is being shown, right? So we will write display dot text content equals to, now inside of this let's take a backtick here and a dollar sign. Inside we will create a template literal and we will write h and then a colon. This is how it will be represented, right? And then the minute and then again literal and here the second, right? Like this. I hope you get it, the concept that how the update display is working, right? Great. Now the three most important function, that is start timer, stop timer and the reset timer. Sorry, reset timer. We are going to work on these, right? So let's start. So for the start timer, let's start the start timer, that is function start timer, right? Inside of this means if there's an interval, right? That means basically we are going to write the line of code to prevent the multiple intervals, right? So yeah, that is any interval is being called in at that time. If you are clicking on the start button, it will not perform anything, it will just come out of the function, right? So in that case we will write if interval is already present, right? So if bracket interval, in that case what you do, you just write written, right? Like this. I hope you get it till now, right? Now coming forward, uh, now if an interval is not present, in that particular case what we will do, we will write interval equals to set interval, sorry, interval, like this, and then put a bracket inside of this, again a bracket, means arrow function basically. What is happening, I don't know why I'm doing this much mistake. Okay, now first of all we will make the second plus plus, right? After that, if the second is equals to 60, right, second will keep increasing as we have put the set interval, right? The second will keep increasing, and if the second is equals to 60, in that particular case, what you do, you will make the second's value as 0, right? And the minute, you will increase the minute, right? Whatever the value the minute will hold, you will increase it by 1, right? After that, if the minute get equals to 60, right, minutes is equals to 60, in that particular case, we will make what, minutes equals to what, 0, right? And hour, hour plus plus, right? I hope you get it till now. Now coming forward, one more condition is required or not? I don't think that there's a need of any more condition, because hour will keep getting increasing, right? We need not to set any other condition with it. So yeah, and after that, when all these things will occur, like the second is got updated, the minute and hours are got updated, and the condition runs, after that you update the display. So we will write update display like this. Got it? And just set the time interval for the set interval, that is 1 second, 1000 millisecond. Got it? Yeah. Now after that, let's since our start timer function is fully completed, now we will create the function for re, uh, reset time, or just let's first write for the stop time, right? Function stop timer, right? So inside of this, we will write clear interval, just clear interval, because when the set interval is running, it is generating the result, right? But when clear interval occur, then it will stop the increment of second and minutes, right? So yeah, clear interval, and inside of this we will write the interval, because interval is having the set interval, right? That's right, clear intervals, interval. And inside, after this, we will put interval equals to null, right? Got it. Now after that, since this is what the length of your stop timer is, now we will create the reset timer. So function reset, not reset button, but reset timer bracket. After that, we will write the logic for reset timer, that is the stop timer. First of all, when you click on the reset button, at that time it will first call the stop button, means it will stop the interval, right? This interval of this start timer, basically, because we have put the clear interval inside the stop timer, right? So it will call the stop timer and will run it, and after that it will make seconds equals to 0. And we are basically resetting everything, that's why minutes equals to 0 and hours equals to 0, right? Now coming forward, it will do what, after doing everything, it will update, call the function update display like this. Got it? Now I think everything is completely done. We just need to call the update display outside this thing, that is update display, like this. Yes, everything is proper. I hope I'll be able to explain you everything. It is very simple, just long term data that we need to understand. Now let's go and see that whether it's working or not. Let's click on the start. Okay, what happened? So it is not displaying anything. Why? Let's check. Okay, so a small mistake that we have done, basically, that is in the start button, right? We have added the event listener as click, and same with the stop button, but in the reset button we were putting it inside the variable. That's what we have done the mistake. So let's just cut it and paste it here like this. Now let's see that it is working or not. So let's go here and click on the start, and you can see our timer has started, right? So this is the second, and it is keep updating every second, right? When I click on the stop, you can see the timer has stopped. When I click on the reset, it again went to 0, and when I click on the start, right, again the timer has started, right? So you can do it by your own also, like, it is very easy, and just some basic logic is required, and that I explained and tried my best to explain you everything very clearly. So if you like, then make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.